Hello lovelies and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me for this video today. Okay, so I have everything laid out in front of me. I have opened everything prior to the video, so the half of this isn't just me trying to open the packaging. And I'm really excited actually to be trying out E.L.F cosmetics, because I've heard a lot of really good things about them, but I've never tried a single thing from E.L.F before, so this really will be a you know, first impressions, you know, type of thing. So yeah, let's just get into it. So for my base, for my primer, I got two different primers. I got the Poreless Putty primer, which I'll show you. I've seen this probably most. I've seen this literally everywhere. TikTok, everyone was talking about this. It's so popular, so I'm really excited to try this because I have got some quite bad pores sort of all on my nose, a bit on my cheek and my chin, so I'll definitely be trying this out along my sort of, I suppose, my T-zone area. And then I also picked up this Hydrating face primer, which I have seen this as well, especially I think, I mean, don't quote me on this, but I think I saw Michaela use that primer, and she said it was really good. So I'm going to be using the both of them, and let's see how it goes. The Poreless Putty primer was £8, so that one was £8, I believe. And then the Hydrating primer was £7.50, which isn't half bad at all. So for £8 and £7.50, let's see how they actually work. I'll try and, oh, it's actually very creamy. So I've just basically just popped my nail in it and just got that much out. It might be too much, it might be too little, but let's see. All over my nose. Actually feels really nice, although when I was rubbing it between my hands, it did really start to, I suppose, feel like putty, which I suppose, given the name, not surprising. No, I think I actually need a little bit more. I think with this putty primer, a little does not go a long way. It doesn't really smell of anything, so I don't know what I was expecting it to smell of, but it doesn't smell of anything. And I'm just gonna pop that literally everywhere that well, literally all over my face. Oh, I didn't expect it to come out clear. I expected it, I suppose, to come out the colour in the bottle, blue. But that's okay. It kind of feels like, how would I describe this? Like a silicone type primer, if you get what I mean. It is really thick. It feels really thick, but it feels really nice. Definitely giving my face a little bit of a lift. A little bit of a glow to it, if it looks hydrated. I've actually got a lip scrub from E.L.F, and this is the brown sugar lip scrub. I love the packaging. It's so like sleek and clean. Hopefully you can see that. I love how they've put it in an actual like a twisty lip case. Usually obviously they're in like pots and stuff. Like I have one from Lush and that's in a pot, and it's just an absolute pain to try and actually get out of the pot, especially, you know, once you're nearly all the way through, and then it gets in under your nails and it's just not pretty. So I'm gonna try this and see if this hopefully works better. It smells really nice as well. Kind of smells a bit like you know, like a vanilla chocolate type. It takes a little while to get that top layer off enough for the scrub to actually come through. Now we'll just take a little cotton pad and I'll just wipe that off of my lips. Honestly, that has done a really, really good job. And my lips feel so smooth. Like, I have such a huge problem with getting dry lips, and they get so like cracked and just they start to hurt, and that has just done so much for them. Like, they are so smooth. Oh, I will definitely be adding that into my makeup collection. That will be going straight into my makeup bag. Love this bad boy. Was only £6, and that is not bad. Let me see how much you actually get in there. You get a fair amount of that for £6. That's quite good. Really impressed with that. I like to do my eyes before I do my foundation or anything, just so in case I have any fallout. I don't want that ruining my foundation. I got an eye primer, and this is in the shade Sheer. This was only £3. So this was £3, and for £3, I mean, if it works well, that's an absolute steal. It's a bargain. Oh, okay. I don't know why I expected it to come out the other way. I'll just blend that out with my finger. Really light, really easy to move. Looks to have blended out okay. This hasn't done too bad. Let's just see how it helps the application of the eyeshadow though. That's where I suppose the real test is. For eyeshadow, I picked up this little bite-sized eyeshadow palette. Now, I don't like these, to be honest. Like, when I look at these, I mean, the application might be, you know, flawless. The actual eyeshadows themselves might be absolutely perfect. They might be brilliant. But when I look at a pan like this, it reminds me of, you know, when I was a child and I would get a little Barbie makeup set and the pans would come kind of like this. I'm not a fan of them. This little bite-sized palette was only £3, which, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, you have only got 4 shades in there, so I suppose when you work it out that way, it's, you know, it's okay. This little bite-sized palette is called Berry Bad. So I'm going to go in with this lightest shade right here first. But I'm just going to pop that mainly sort of in that crease area, but you know, all over the eye pretty much. But I'm not going to go really any higher than that crease. That's a lot more pigmented than I thought it would be, to be honest. So that's pretty blendable. I just want to soften it out a little bit more, a little bit around the edges. What I'm going to do is just on the inner and outer corners of my eye, I'm just going to take this dark colour, this kind of a plummy purple colour. I'm just going to pack that, as I say, on the inner and outer corners. Try not to bring it outside of the crease, so try not to bring it too high, because I don't really want this above where that sort of lighter pinky shade is. That purple has gone on really easy, really well, and no fallout at all, and I've hardly even had to actually pack that much on my brush to get this colour to come out. So I'm actually really impressed with the eyeshadow itself. Maybe not the packaging of it, but the eyeshadows, so far so good. So far, I really like that. I'm going to go back in with that lighter pink shade, and I'm just going to soften out that purple just along the sort of edges, just so it's not so harsh and it blends nicely into that pink. And I'm just going to do it very lightly so that it doesn't move too much. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I'm just going to stop there. This little, what would you call it? It's a liquid glitter eyeshadow. I believe this was £3, which, I mean, it's a small little bottle, but for £3 that's actually really good. It's in the shade Flirty Birdie. It reminds me of like the Stila ones, and I really like the Stila ones. Let's see how this works. I'm just going to apply it just in that middle area where I haven't really applied any eyeshadow. I'm just going to sort of even that out as much as I can, because if I go any further with this, I know that I'll mess it up. So I'm just going to go into the brush. It hasn't really come out the colour I thought it would. Obviously it looks really pink in the bottle, but it looks really silver on my eye. So I don't know whether this is going to work, but I'm actually just going to go in with this pink glittery shade in the little palette. I'm just going to pop that on and then see if that helps it a little bit more, and maybe even go back over with this after that. So let's see. Okay. So far I really like that. That is a really pretty colour. The glitter on it, like, it is a pop of glitter, and it has really pretty much covered up this. So I will just probably go in with this again, but not with the actual applicator. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dab on the applicator with a brush and then just dab it onto my eye that way and see if that maybe helps. So this isn't bad. It's not the worst thing I've tried. It's just that it hasn't come out the colour I thought it would. It would be nice, I would say, if I was going for more of a silvery eye look, I would use this again, but not for what I was hoping for. So I'm not mad at it, but I'm not too impressed with it either. For £3, I suppose it's okay. It's good for £3. So for the eyeshadow palette, I'm not mad at the eyeshadow palette at all. I actually really like that. Really good for £3. I'm impressed with all the shades in it, and even the shimmers, the glitters, they're really nice. And they have multiple different shades as well of these bite-sized palettes. The only thing that does turn me off, as I say, is just the packaging of them. It's not aesthetically pleasing, I suppose, to me, but you know, other than that, the eyeshadows do work well. They do what they're supposed to do. I got this E.L.F. eyeliner. Oh. There we go. I'm always afraid of opening these up because sometimes if you open them and they're kind of stiff, you pull them out and then like the ink goes everywhere. Oh, that is, I don't know if you can see that, but that is a really fine tip. So let's see how this goes. I have to concentrate for this, so I'm just gonna have to speed run this. There's the eyeliner on, and I'm actually quite impressed with it. It is a little bit flimsy, so you really have to work quite slow with it, I would say, and it does bleed the tiniest little bit, but nothing terrible, nothing too bad. But I would say that this is definitely an eyeliner for like, if you're someone who really likes to take their time and get things precise and even, probably good for you. If you know, it wouldn't be good for someone who's just wants something quick and easy done, like it hasn't got a thick enough bristle for that, or a thick enough brush for that. But I would say if you really want to take your time and get that really sharp, really precise wing, that's definitely an eyeliner to try. The time that probably some of you have actually been waiting for, I went online the other day and I bought some magnetic eyelashes. I've been wanting to try these for so long. Apparently they're really easy. I want to see whether they actually work, especially for me, someone who has a hair loss condition. It would be amazing to have that, as you know, I don't really want to have to worry about the when the corners lift because the glue was, you know, not good enough or whatever else. These apparently do not lift, so I'm really excited to give them a try. These are the magnetic eyelashes that I got, and I'm really excited to try them. This is what it comes like. You get 10 pairs of lashes, you get a little applicator, and you get 2 of the magnetic glues. So I am so excited to try these, so excited to see if they actually work, if they stay, if the lift on them is actually good. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to place it just along that sort of top part of the ridge of my eye. Because I don't have any eyelashes, I have to be very careful with how I place this. So I am going to go away, pop this on, and then we'll get back. I've got the lash that I'm going to be trying out. It's just a fluffy sort of almost like a mink lash, and I'm going to just wait for this to almost dry, but not I shouldn't let it dry completely apparently. So let's see how these work. Okay, what? Sorry? And that is like not going. Aha! But just watch. That's not going. That's not lifting. That is insane. Absolutely insane. Will I ever go back to glue? Probably not. This is staying. Like, that is absolutely amazing. And this entire thing, by the way, was only £20. Well, 19 pounds something. And at the minute they have a £2 off voucher on the Amazon. I'll link it all down below so that anyone who wants to go and get it can go and try them out. So let me just go away and pop the other one on, and then I'll be right back. Magnetic lashes, absolute win. Honestly, they're amazing. Like, that is so cool. And the lift that the lashes have as well. Most of the time, even with like glued falsies, they don't have that curl, that lift. I'm so unbelievably impressed with that. If you have put them down and they're slightly off or something like that, it's not like with glue where you can kind of just shimmy it around and kind of replace it a little bit. Once this is down, it's down. They work. They work absolutely amazing. I am shook. You can bet. You can absolutely bet I'm going to be getting more of these. That's absolutely amazing. Anyway, we move on. On we go to foundation. Now, as we all know, with the restrictions in place and everything at the minute, you can't actually test and try foundations and concealers and things like you could. So I have just picked up a shade that I think might fit me the best, and we're just gonna have to roll with that. It might be too dark, it might be too light, but we're just gonna have to roll with it. At this point, you can't be helped. I got the shade 320 Linen. It has warm yellow undertones. Let's just slap it on. Okay, that might be alright. So, let's see. So, straight away, it doesn't seem to be a full coverage at all. It's maybe at best a medium. I think it's a relatively good match for my tan. I'm not mad at it. It's not the worst foundation I've tried by any means. It's, I would say, almost a full coverage, but now I'm looking closer, not quite. I can still see a little bit of my redness popping through sort of on my cheeks, and some of my spots just down here popping through as well. But I would say this would be more of an everyday wear foundation, maybe. I wouldn't wear this for a night out or anything, or somewhere where I know I'm going to be taking pictures or something like that. It's just okay. I believe the foundation was £7.50, so that is on the very cheap side of a foundation. So for £7.50, I would say it's done a good job, and it is, I would say, a medium, light to medium coverage. It just hasn't covered everything I would want it to, but for an everyday foundation it would definitely work, and I would definitely use this as an everyday foundation. Next, I picked up this E.L.F Hydrating Camo Concealer in Satin finish, and as I say, with shades you can't try anything at the minute, so it's basically just a stab in the dark, best guess. And I think this might be a little bit too light, but we'll see. We'll try it, and I just might put a little bit less on. I got this in the light peach. I kind of feel like it's left almost like a sheen wherever I've put the concealer, and from where I'm sort of sitting it kind of looks like a dark shadow has cast wherever I've put it. I believe this was £5, so it's not the best concealer I've used, but it's just okay. It's not really done anything terrible, but it might just be down to the shade that I chose as well. That it's just not looking, I suppose, to have done much for my face. It's lightened it a tiny bit, but at the same time it has left, from what I can see, a little bit of a sheen. Like here it's left a little bit of a sheen, and there as well, and a little bit on my forehead. So okay. What I am going to go in with is the Halo Glow setting powder. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of this into the lid. I'm going to use the flat side of my beauty blender, and I'm just going to pop this pretty much wherever I've just popped the concealer. One thing that I actually really do quite like about this little pot is the fact that they give you this little cover. You can actually twist it around so that it covers the actual hole, so you won't have any fallout or anything. Because I absolutely hate that when I open the pot, you know, after it's been rumbling around in my drawer for ages, and then I open it and powder just goes everywhere. I really like that touch to it actually. Now I'm going to let this sit for about 5 minutes or so, and then I'm going to go on to bronzer. But the only problem with that is, in my Superdrug at least, I even checked in Boots as well, there was no bronzer for E.L.F. Like they just didn't appear to do one, or at least there was none in stock in my stores, and I actually went to 2 different Superdrugs and 2 different Boots as well, and there wasn't any in either of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go with one of my bronzers that I use anyway. Then I will come back. So I'm probably just going to take this off, put the bronzer on, and I'll be back with you guys in just 2 seconds. That is me all bronzed. I just used my Revolution Pro bronzing palette, or sorry, contour palette for that. And the powder, it hasn't done too bad. It has brightened my face. It has given it that bit of a glow. I definitely can see the glow here already. It hasn't really given my face any white sheen or anything like that from what I see so far. So really like that setting powder. The setting powder was only £8, so for £8, not half bad at all. I think that's actually really good. Now for blush and highlight, I picked up yet again another one of the bite-sized palettes, and this is just a bite-sized duo blush and highlighter palette in Lychee. I think that's what it's called, Lychee. And these are just the shades. So there, just popped a little blush on my cheek. Oh wow. That colour. Absolutely beautiful. That is a beautiful coloured blush. Very sort of subtle. It's not as sort of that very vibrant pink that I thought it was going to be, but it is very nice, and it literally showed up straight away, which I love in a blush. I hate it when I have to, you know, build up on a blush just for it to show, but this straight away, that pink colour, it's absolutely beautiful. Love it. And let's see. Okay, so maybe I don't need to tap it off. Okay. It's very subtle, a subtle highlighter. It's not in your face, it's not blinding, it's not like wow. It's just okay. I would probably use this for more of an everyday look, just because it's not that out there. So I'm not mad at the blush. The blush is absolutely beautiful, stunning pink colour, absolutely love it. The highlighter, I mean, it's okay. I want more from it, but it was only £3, so for £3 it is not terrible. Would I buy another one? No, probably not. However, if the blushes were on their own, I would definitely buy the blush. I say, everyday highlighter, maybe it's good for that. Not too out there, not too in your face. It does the job. So guys, my video actually cut out midway through recording. So unfortunately, the only thing you missed, I believe, was the lipstick, which was just this lipstick here. It was £3 and it's beautiful peachy colour. And the only other thing you missed out on was the lip gloss. So not much, and they're both amazing. The lipstick's a little bit patchy, but that's about it. Still, big thumbs up. So before I run out of memory again and have to re-record this, I really hope you guys enjoyed this week's video, and please leave a big like down below, a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate everything, and every new subscriber, thank you so much. I will see you in the next one. Bye.